Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Thako 3D Printing, and I figured there's a million different 3D printing channels out there. Why not make one in VR? I think it'll give you a better chance to see things actually close and personal. That I've been looking at this sucker right here for a while now. I've watched 1,000 videos on it, a bunch of different channels. This is the Bambu Labs X1 Carbon. I just picked it up from Micro Center, and there's an awesome deal going on right now. It's May in 2024, so there's 10% off printers. I'm a sucker for deals. I've done a lot of 3D printing, mostly in resin. That's what I've printed these things all out in. And so I figured, what would get me into FDM printing? There's a difference between the both. FDM obviously is printing with filaments. Resin printing is when you use a vat. Both have pluses and minuses. I've stayed away from FDM printing mostly because there's so many things you have to learn about. Everything from different filament temperatures, you have to learn about extruding rate, the hotbed temperatures. There's so much to learn, and then all the different filaments have different settings, so there's a lot going on with it. But from what I've heard, the X1 Carbon here is supposed to be just press a button for the most part. You know, you do a couple settings. Of course, you have to set a couple things. It's not that easy yet, but it's very minimalist, and you can set it up and it's just ready to rock. So I'm going to do an unboxing of the X1 Carbon. We'll see how fast we can get set up, how fast we can get printing. Hopefully we'll get a Benchy, a little boat, the little Benchy printed as fast as we can. There's a lot going on. I'm just kind of shooting from the hip here and setting up a channel. Hopefully you guys like it. If you do, like and subscribe, that would be awesome. If you see me making mistakes like stumbling over my words and everything else, we'll get better in time, trust me. Anyways, we're gonna unbox this. We're gonna see how fast we can get something printing. I'm super excited. I am a sucker for deals. Like I said, I found this at Micro Center. This is a refurbished model. I picked it up it was online advertised at, I believe is $12.99. The normal X1 Carbon goes for about $1,500. So it was an automatic savings of nearly $300. And then if you throw it on your Micro Center card, and there's 10% off all printers right now. So it was a win-win. It's time to jump in. So with that being said, let's jump into this box and see what's in it. We'll see it in stunning 3D. Hopefully everyone digs that. Everyone with your MetaQuests, I got mine right here. Apple Vision Pros, let me know what you're rocking in the comments, and we'll see what we got inside the box. So just to be, heads up with you, I opened up the box while I was at the store to make sure the glass wasn't broken. That's the only thing I've done. I've not taken out anything yet. So I just want to make sure I wasn't driving 2 hours for no reason. So let's go with it. All right, we have a factory standards print. So it shows that it printed successfully. We'll pop that out later. Standard bubble wrap. We'll just toss that to the side. The nice thing about 3D is you can see that just flying over the side. There's a manual that you scan with your phone. I've seen a couple unboxing videos of these. I've not ever done this myself, but I know there's a lot of scanning, a lot of QR codes, but it's supposed to be pretty easy to set up. All right, now that's gonna be the tough part. We're gonna set this box down. Oh, it's heavy. All right, so inside the box, this is the X1 Carbon with the AMS. The AMS, for people that don't know, if you're just jumping into this, that is like, it's a spool that sits on the top that dries out the filament. If you can feed up to 4 colors, 5 if well, it's just 4. Just 4. This is the back side. This is the front. And like I said, the glass is all there. So that is great. It's pretty heavy. I would say it's about 40 pounds. You got more of this. Deep inside the box, we have some more rolls of filament. Got 3. Get this out of here. We have, it looks like extra cable lines probably to set up the AMS. And I think that's all we got. And the testy packs. All right, that's it. Let's get rid of the box. So this is a refurbished model. That's, like I said, why I wanted to check and make sure all the parts were actually working. I'm hoping everything just works. We'll find out. That's the chances you take, but I'm a sucker for deals. That's why I'm always all over the Amazon warehouse and yeah, the refurbished. You can't beat it. Like I said, the glass is in shape. Not busted. That would suck. We have the printing mat here. It's probably a more technical term, but I'm going to call it what I call it. Deal with it. It looks like there's 2 of them. It's pretty sweet. We'll break out the old razor blade. I'm sure it's really fun for you. All right. Then we have the parts, the guts. And inside here, it's going to be the monitor, the screen for it, plug-in. We have glue. We have grease. We have Allen wrenches. Everything the body needs. All right, I try to show you in stunning 3D what everything that comes inside the box. Don't worry about that. Then we got the AMS. I think that's screwed in there. So this is going to be a boring time. Like I said, we're going to see how fast we can do this. Just the manual. I'm trying to do it in real time. I'll probably end up cutting a little bit just to, you know, so it's not that boring. It has 2 bright orange arrows. I'm going to assume that means it's screwed in. So I'm going to assume we're going to need these. Guess we'll just lay everything out. Hopefully we're still mostly in the shop, but that's all right. All right. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. All right. I could have cheated and watched a video of people doing this before, but I didn't. All right. All right. Get out. Should have brought a magnet in. Get out there. So I don't think we'll need those, but we'll save them anyways. All right. Directions. Remove the cardboard from the... No, see, that doesn't show the AMS out, but I'm just assuming they take the AMS out and find room to set this over here and not break it. We don't need these yet. I'll set them down here. All in good time. Set that there. Set these here. All right. like a glove. That's the way it's supposed to come out. Leave this front. All right. This shows more screws. To me, orange arrows means remove. So we're just going to keep removing. So there was no cardboard in the hot end. That's all right. That's all right. Was there supposed to be? I guess I'll never know. Let's go down here. Well, that's why the arrow's there. All right. All right. Get out of there. Nice. Okay. We'll set this aside. Right. Here we go. I should have saved that for later. We'll put that back on and save it for later. All right. Put this back over again. Put this up. Now it opens. Would you look at that? And there's supposed to be little charcoal things you can put in there. Not there. One thing to note that I did read about was apparently this white filament is not actually filament. This is for supports. So you don't want to print anything with this. If you print something with this, it's going to look melted and like crap. Don't use this one. This is for supports. The black is a carbon fiber. Also not the best to print with. I mean, you can, but for a beginning print, you probably want to start with something easy, like the PLA Basic. So that's what we're going to fire up. We're going to throw this in, throw it down. I believe once you feed it in, it will automatically detect and it will pull itself. We're going to plug it in. I'm pretty sure that's as much as we need to do. And I am a sucker for punishment, glutton for punishment. So let's find out. Well, I heard it power up. That's good. All right. You're supposed to put glue, is what I've heard. Cool plate for PLA. Glue stick can help. So we're going to take out the glue stick. It's a normal glue stick. And give it a little... You actually don't really need it for the benchy, I don't think, but we're just going to go for it. Because why not? You only live once. All right. English, please. Most satisfying part. You're welcome. English, North America. Network, sure. Don't look at the code, guys. So it's calibrating. We have some time to kill. In the meantime, why don't you guys hop over, if you like podcasts, check out the It's Always Something podcast. We talk about movies. It's a great time. If you like music, why not listen to some Final Round? It's some pop punk. If you're into that, we might be playing some right now, and you can find us down below in the comments. Also, if you're into gaming, this is going to be on Twitch. We are going to open up a Twitch channel soon. you'll find us there. It's also everything's gonna be linked below. Hopefully, it'll be easy to find, and you can stop by. Tell me what you think about filming in 3D. Is it worth it? Is it something interesting? And what do you think my next video should be? Let me know down below. I'd love to make more. We have resin printers coming in. We have hopefully the new Saturn coming in. We want to do an unboxing of that. So hopefully there's just a lot of big things coming in, and you guys enjoy it. So let me know down below. In the meantime, we're going to let this thing calibrate. We're going to take a couple minutes and enjoy. That right there, for everyone at home, if you heard that vibrating, that is, I believe, this has an anti-shake in it. So it's intentionally vibrating the table to see if it's going to shake the printer, and then it compensates for that. So even if your table is shaky, like this table is on carpet, so there's going to be a little shake, more than I'd like. When I actually start printing, this will be in my lab out back. That's what we call the garage. And it's going to be on nice concrete, firm ground. This will be, the table is going to be bolted, so there will be no shaking. But if you're on carpet, there's always going to be a little, vibration. This will compensate for that. It's an awesome feature. And again, one of the reasons I finally went to FDM printing, because this takes almost all the pain out of 3D printing. It's just an amazing device. Hopefully it's going to be awesome for us. Like I said, we're going to find out really soon here when we print a Benchy. As soon as it's done calibrating, we're going to print it, see what happens. All right, we're back. Firmware has been updated. Confirm. Motor noise cancellation is added to our latest firmware. Run the calibration process to enable this new feature. Is the detect the lead screw needs... Yeah, I know. Okay, yes. The lead screws may need lubricated. Please refer to the following link. It is cool that it tells you every single problem that it has. It gives you a QR code, and you can instantly just find out what to do. Let's grab the grease. Less is more in this case, everyone. Less is more. Okay, well, I'm an idiot. This last wire here is a 4-pin, as you see. It goes to a 6-pin. And this plugs in from the back of the machine to the extruder, and then the other 6-pin goes to the AMS. So if you're dumb like me and you totally forgot to plug this in and you don't see a light on the AMS and it's not working when you feed it, this is your issue. Stupid mistake, but hey, that's what we're here for, to make stupid mistakes. On the bright side, hopefully it just pops right on after I plug this guy in. There it is. There's lights. Now, let's feed the beast. It says all you have to do is push it down. And it's all, should be all manual, all automatic from there. Close her up. Yeah. It sees that there's PLA in it. It's ready to rock. Let's just print something. Let's just see what happens. There's supposed to be some files already on here, like that right there. We are going to print a Benchy. It's supposed to take 24 minutes. There's a way to speed it up, and we might do that too. Wax. Scrapers. There's phone stands, organizers, a little Spartan. It's a 3-hour print. A screw gauge, more scrapers. So there's a lot that actually comes on here. That's pretty cool. But we're going to do the Benchy. We're going to do the PLA. And let's see if there's... I guess we can just print it and see. The filament type is unknown. Please make sure it is compatible. Okay, I think we have everything figured out. Everything's preheating. So what it came down to was, before the AMS was loaded, basically it thought it had one single roll in the back. It didn't know it had an AMS. It does have an AMS, and it did not want to cooperate. So a little bit of a headache. Now I told it to print in black, but it's printing green. That's okay. No, I told it to print green, now it's printing black. But that's fine. That's fine. I don't care as long as it works. Let's see what happens. So I loaded it with Creality. It was a Creality Ender PLA. I just got a bunch of different PLAs. Apparently, you're supposed to just buy one, try to stick with one brand and really dial it in. There's a lot of different brands out there. I'm not the most familiar. I'm more familiar with resin printers. So this is all going to be trial and error. But we're going to find out what works, what settings don't. Again, I tried to do this to be such as new as possible to it, just to show you the struggles. I could have done, I could have cheated and looked at how to actually assemble it and all that stuff. I wanted an actual natural experience. I wanted to run into problems because that's how you learn. That's how you grow. This is supposed to be one of the easiest printers to use. So far, it's been pretty easy. Little problems that I had, like I said, I accidentally put, it thought it had a spool on the back because I loaded the AMS. And if for whatever reason when I loaded it, it thought it had one single spool and not all four on the top. It was a simple fix. I just had to look on how to do it. Basically, you just have to unload the FDM, or the filament rather, and basically just had to unload the filament, reload it in the top. Everything should be good to go. Hopefully everything's working out. Right now it is calibrating the extrusion. This has a LiDAR sensor on it. So basically it is looking at how fast it can extrude, and it just calibrates the bed. It does basically everything by itself. It should be pretty darn easy. There's supposed to be 19 minutes left. Hopefully everything just prints perfectly the first time. But this is my first ever print with an FDM printer, so let's hope for the best, but plan for the worst. This will probably be a time-lapse mode right here, but hopefully it looks cool in 3D. And welcome back, everybody. We finally finished the print on the Bambu Lab X1. Let's check it out. So there was a little issue with the first one. This one just finished. Top that off. Bring it out here. And there you go. Check that out. Nice. All right, well, so this is the first one. I printed this with the Creality Ender filament, and although it does look pretty good, it did not adhere to the bottom. You can see at the bottom, it had a lot of issues, and then it didn't stick. It got to the very top, and it got knocked over and started creating spaghetti. That was unfortunate. Luckily, I caught it right in time. But then I switched over to the stock filament that came with it. This is the Bambu Labs, just straight plastic basic. And this one, again, a minor issue with the very, very first layer, but it printed. Everything looks really good on it. It's extremely good layer lines. I don't see really any issues at all besides that very, very first one. You can see in the arc, it's maybe missing a little piece there. It could have been a little better, but it's also printing in fast mode. There's definitely things I could do to dial it in. But so there was an issue. If you print out of the just the basic files that are on there, it will print, it seems like, unless I'm wrong, someone correct me if I am, it prints out of the first slot no matter what. I was trying to set it to the second slot because I had just because how I did things, I kept having error after error with the ender filament. And I kept trying to switch over to the second filament here, which is the Bambu Labs, and it did not want to stay. So I think you have to do it manually through the app on your computer if you really want to switch it. Otherwise, if you print the files just straight off of here, it seems like, at least for the basic standard files, it will just print out whatever's in the first slot. Weird thing. I don't know why it does that, but it does. And well, it did. Long story short, we got a finished product. So there you have it. It took about 30 minutes to run this. Everything came out pretty well. At the very beginning, I don't know if you can see inside there. Well, you can see on here. When it's doing its test lines, it scared me because it printed like a big glob there. But luckily, it just kind of skirted past it and kept going. So all in all, everything worked really well. I can't wait to do more prints and actually start getting into the real prints and, print something really awesome. Until then, though, I guess I'll record that and see how everything went, see how this film went, see how everything loads on YouTube. Hopefully everything just works out perfectly. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll probably end up cutting a lot of this and stitching it better. I know the camera keeps jumping. This is, just kind of something I'm starting off with, but I love technology. I love printing. I love 3D. I love VR. So if you're digging it, let me know. Let me know what I can do better. If you don't like the camera angles, leave a comment. Let me know. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Thaco 3D Printing. Catch you later.